Hi everyone, I'm back with another diary style video. As you may remember, last time I set up some algorithms that are emulated, trying to get some trades and show you what shots exactly look like. And I got what I wanted in spades. I've got lots and lots of trades, and over the last few days I've got about 60 trades per day. Can you imagine that? And that's on the mostly flat market. But analyzing this is a whole other can of worms. There's lots of data to sift through, and I'll dedicate a whole other video to analyzing this and seeing where we can go from here. But I promised you shots, let's do shots. I've gathered some examples. Some are good, some are decent, some are bad, and some are disastrous. And I'll show you exactly what a shot is and what to do with it and how the algorithms work. I've also captured some cool footage of shots happening in real time. And it's a rare thing to do with automated trading, because when you do it manually, you know exactly what you're doing, you're clicking the buttons, you're placing your orders, and you record them as they happen. But here, when you've got your algorithms running, you don't really know when and where with which coin a trade is going to happen. So I was just sitting here watching market live, clicking on the most active coins, hitting record, and then waiting for shots to happen. So this is like rare Animal Planet footage for you. So let's take a look what a shot is. We'll be looking at buy side shots only this time. The sell side shots are pretty similar, but the mechanics are a little bit more complicated, so I'll make a whole separate video about it. So here is a shot. A shot is simply a very rapid change in the price. Like right here, within 1 second, it has fallen 0.7%. So the way I measure it is I put the beginning of the shot at the 0 level right here, and then I put my mouse at the very end of the shot, and it shows me on the side that it's about 0.7%, like right here. So what's the idea? On the buy side, the price drops really rapidly, and you try to catch it at the bottom of the shot, and you buy. You buy here a certain number of coins. Well, not a number of coins, but you have your order size, which in my algorithm is $100, 100 USDT. And then the assumption is that once it drops rapidly, it tends to come back up. And here is where you set your take profit level. So in my case, it's 0.25%. So we expect a 0.7 shot to roll back at least 0.25%, and we sell here. So we're following the golden rule: buy low, sell high. And in this particular example, that is exactly what happened. So if I'm trying to stay at the same zoom level, 2% here, so that you can gauge the scale of the different shots we'll be looking at. But right now, I'll zoom in a little bit, and you will see that the trade was open here. The position was open right here. So it's exactly at 0.6, I believe. Yeah, thereabouts, according to my algorithm. And then the shot rolled back very quickly, and we took profit right here. The take profit level was at 0.25. And this is exactly what we got. Mind you, this is an emulation algorithm, so everything is more or less perfect, but I will tell you the downside of the emulated algorithms and why they don't particularly reflect their real life all the time, but that's going to be in a later video. So here, this is a pretty good shot. Went down, we bought, rolled back, we sold, we got our small profit. And if you have 60 of those per day, That's pretty cool. I think right here we got about 25 cents. So 25 times 60, that's, I guess it's about $15. Not bad. All right, let's look at a different scenario. I've got it for you right here. Here we've also got a shot. The scale is 2%. And here it did roll back, but not far enough to immediately close. And for a while, it stayed below the take profit line. Then eventually, after some time, it went up and we sold exactly what we had before. And our stop loss was down here. So the price never got dangerously close to our stop loss. We need that to make sure that the price does not go all the way down and we will lose lots and lots of money. So here the stop loss was at 0.5% and we can verify that. So here is the open position line, and down here at 0.5 we have our stop loss, but we didn't need it this time. So the stop loss order got canceled because we took profit right here. Let's see how long that took. So it's timing wise 7:29:36 and we closed at 7:30:02. So the position was open for about 30 seconds, a bit less than that. And that's fine also, but usually it closes immediately right here within a second. Now, let's look at some other examples where the assumption of a rollback did not really play out. An example is right here. So here we're again at 2%, and this shot is pretty big. The shot is pretty big. We have to zoom a bit out to see how big that was. It was about 1%. Well, that's not too big in general terms, but if compared to the distance that I'm using, which is 0.6, that's pretty big. So what we see here is that there was a shot and it did not roll back. So my take profit was here, so we expected a shot of 0.6 which would roll back, but it did not. It went down and down and down. And here, this is our stop loss. So we're closing our position by losing some money, but we're not losing more money, because if we waited longer or our stop loss was bigger, look at what the price did. It went down and it stayed at that level all the way. So let's say our stop loss was let's say 2%, like right here. So our position would have been open for all this time, and then you're more or less playing the lottery, because you cannot predict the behavior of the coin for that long. You know, the assumption about shots is that they roll back quickly, you close your position, and you've got your USDTs back, hopefully with a profit. But here we stopped our loss. It did not roll back, and the shot algorithm really cannot do anything about this type of activity, about this type of price movement. If it's down, you know, you bought here and it's all the way down, there is no way you can take profit at this point in time. Now, this shot was about 1%. Let's look at something much more dramatic, like right here. We're again at a 2% scale, but in order to see the whole shot, we need to really, really zoom out. So here it is. Here is this baby. We measure it at more than 3%. So here it was so quick that my position did not open until, let's say, at 2%. So this is, I believe that is called a squeeze. So the drop happens so fast that not even an emulator can open the position that fast, that immediately. And right here, this is a disaster. You see the price, it was a huge shot, and it did not roll back at all. So if you look what happened to this coin, its price is still way below my open position line. So we opened here, so we bought here, and we could sell with a profit if the price went above, at least here. But look at that, there is no way we're making a profit with shots here. A whole different approach and concept is supposed to be used here. But no, this is a disaster. And if we didn't have a stop loss, you know, we could have not minus 0.5% as we did here, but, you know, at the lowest point, -6. Yeah, you don't want that. So this is a bad example of a shot. And again, there's not really much you can do. I mean, you can if you were designing your algorithm specifically for this, and if you knew that it was going to happen exactly this way. So you could set your distance at, say, 3%. So you buy here, and then you maybe sell here. So that there was a rollback, but the distance that we selected for this algorithm was very small. There was, yes, some rollback. You could buy here and sell here, but you need to build an algorithm around that. All right, so this is an explanation. And now for the footage. What does that look like in real life? So here it is. We've got our orders. Boom, here it is. Bought, rolled back, sold, and we don't have an open position anymore. So it is that quick. And luckily, in this particular case, in another 30 seconds, another transaction happened. Let's wait for it here. So there are no orders. Here is the new order. It's opened. Boom, another one. This is exactly a perfect shot. Down, we bought here at the green triangle, sold here at the blue triangle, and no open position. We got a profit. Again, I remind you that this is an emulator. In real life, it may not be as easy, but that's what it looks like. I've got another piece of footage for you, and that is when the shot, oh God, I think we've got a trade right now, and apparently it is a loss, but it's on the sell side, and we'll discuss that a bit later. Let's go back to that footage that I promised you. Here is some more footage where I've opened the position and the price is now fluctuating between the take profit line in blue and the stop loss line in yellow. The shot did not roll back enough, so here we have an open position and all I have to do is watch what happens. I mean, it's possible to move the take profit line a bit closer or move the stop loss line a bit further away, depending on what's happening. But I decided to leave the algorithm purely as it is, without any involvement of my human brain. So I was just sitting here watching, and yeah, let's just see what happens. It's getting pretty close. You see, in the green we have the line where we opened the position, so anything above that would be a profit, albeit a small one, and anything below that would be a loss. So right now we're pretty close to taking our profit. And there you go. There is your profit. So this is basically it for the overview of shots. Next time I will show you the sell-side shots and explain how that works. And then I'll show you the algorithm parameters that specifically regulate what your orders look like. And then I'll do another experiment, but now not with emulation, but with real money. And we'll see how that works. I will see you soon.